Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Season 17, Patch 2.6.5 Demon Hunter Starter Build Guide. This is going to be very fun for anyone who enjoys Demon Hunter because Demon Hunter starts off with arguably its strongest set, the Shadows Mantle set. This is my favorite pushing build. Demon Hunters have a very, very fast start. You're going to do ridiculous damage instantly because of the 2-piece bonus on the Shadows set. While equipped with a melee weapon, your damage is increased by 6,000%. Your 4-piece bonus, Shadow Power, gains the effect of every rune and lasts forever. That's not important. What is important is that this build does ridiculous damage, and the weapon that you're going to use for this build is ridiculously easy to obtain. As you see here, as you saw in that clip, we rolled one upgrade on a legendary dagger and we got an ancient Carly's Point. That's because there are only 2 daggers in the upgrade item pool for Demon Hunter. There is Carly's Point and Lord Greenstone's Fan. Either way, you are getting a massive damage bonus on something that is already crazy powerful. So either way, as soon as you have 25 Death's Breaths, go to the cube, upgrade a legendary dagger, get a massive damage bonus, profit. It's that simple. So that is the only legendary item we are using in this build. Obviously we're not using multi-shot, so this Dead Man's Legacy does nothing. So we have nothing beneficial in the cube. We have no Paragon except for movement speed. As I say in every video, doing a rift without movement speed sucks, so I always keep my movement speed and Paragon intact on these starter videos. We are only using marquee level gems, a cooldown gem in the helm. Currently we're only at about 23% cooldown reduction. Ideally you can get up to 30 to 40%. Ultimately, for the Shadows Mantle build, you need to be at 35% cooldown plus having a Dawn in the cube to have 100% uptime on Vengeance. We don't have that because this is a starter build. Other stat priorities you need to be looking out for are basically toughness abilities, because you're going to have way more damage than you need for a Greater Rift 20. And once you complete your GR20, you're going to have way more damage than you need for Torment 6. You're going to have way more damage than you need for Torment 7 or 8. Just by having the 6-piece bonus plus Carly's Point. So you need toughness. That's your primary goal when you're gearing this, is to find some toughness. Other than our set bonus and our Carly's Point, we are wearing all gold gear, no legendaries. For skills, we're going to be using Impale with the Over-Penetration rune. Really, for your starter guide, I would prefer Ricochet. The reason I'm using Over-Penetration in this video is because I happened to roll an item that had cold damage on it. So I figured may as well just use cold damage, but you're one-shotting everything, so it doesn't really matter. But like I said, Ricochet would be the preferable choice. Shadow Power, it doesn't matter which Shadow Power rune you choose because your Shadow Power lasts forever. The only difference that matters is what kind of wings you want. Personally, I like the purple wings, so that's what I choose. So it doesn't matter, it's just cosmetic. Okay, this is my 3rd time trying to record this, so I'm probably going to go with this take no matter what. But for Vengeance, ultimately you're going to want to swap to Darkheart. Currently, I am using Seethe. So instead of getting the 50% damage reduction on Darkheart, we are increasing our hatred generation. Now, the reason we're increasing our hatred generation is because we are not currently using a generator for this build. So the damage with Carly's point, the damage of Impale is increased by up to 375%, and it returns 15 hatred if it hits an enemy that is already impaled. The problem with that is you're one-shotting everything, so you're not getting hatred back by killing things. Now, a very easy solution to this would be to include a generator in this build in addition to Impale, but I don't really want to use a generator, and you don't really need it. You just have to pay attention, because if you one-shot too many enemies straight in too quick a fashion, then you will run out of hatred, and you will be in for a bad time until either Seethe comes up and your hatred goes back up, or until you use Prep Punishment and restore your hatred. Alternatively, you could also use the Bat Companion instead of the Wolf Companion. Your Wolf Companion is going to increase your damage. Bat Companion would give you back hatred. So it might be worth swapping to Bat Companion if you're still having hatred issues. Finally, we're using Vault with the Tumble Rune. Pretty simple, it's just the one that's going to give you the most bang for your buck when you're talking about your discipline. Once you obtain a Chain of Shadows, you're going to swap to Rattling Roll so that you get a free stun on everything. But until you have a Chain of Shadows, when you actually have to pay the resource cost, you need Tumble. Moving on to the passives, we do have Awareness, which is going to be your Cheat Death passive, Thrill of the Hunt, Cull the Weak. These two work very well in tandem together. Again, it's not super important in this build because of how fast you're killing everything. You could probably swap these two for Tactical Advantage and Hot Pursuit. That would give you a little bit more speed. This gives you a little more power. And finally, Perfectionist. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about do it for today's video. The Demon Hunter is going to be off to an incredibly fast start this season. Not only does it get such a ridiculous damage buff from its 2-piece bonus, this is also arguably the Demon Hunter's strongest set. So from day one, we're going to see people pushing into the upper 90s, I'm guessing. Maybe even GR100s. It will be interesting to see exactly how high people can push opening day and into opening weekend with Demon Hunter. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help my channel grow with a few subscriptions. So until next time, this is Primetime CP23, and I'm out.